Behold, a certain lawyer stood up, on and on. And he asked, who is my neighbor? Jesus, in verse 30, taking up the question, said to the certain man, a certain man was going down from what? To what? And he what? And having both stripped him and beat him, went away, leaving him what? You think a person like that can do anything? This is the condition of man. Half dead. Don't think man is so strong. Toward God, he's half dead, even physically. I remember, I have to tell you some stories out there that you can realize what's going on inside of man, a little bit anyway. My first hard time I had, I guess, when I was a boy, being a Buddhist, you just try to be good. And when you're growing up, death is not that apparent to you. Then my grandfather died. That's the first one that hit me. And we had to go to this place where it cremated him. And they brought the whole family to where he was burning. And he was just moving in the fire. I says, is that my destiny? No one could answer the questions. Then I just kind of rubbed it away. Forget it. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. But inside, you know, it's not okay. That's the closest to the lake of fire I've seen. My grandfather's not saved. Then my dad got 3 heart attacks. How do you handle that without God? He went from 160 pounds, I believe, to 90 or 98 pounds. What do you do? Here I am chanting to Buddha. Wounded. I hated everything at that point. What do you do with the hate? And then somebody says, pick up yourself and be strong. Then my mother gets sick. Can you turn off and just be a robot? No feelings? This is some things men go through. The ones you sit next to. But a certain man journeyed. A Levite came, he passed on the opposite side. I wanted to so badly talk to somebody, what's going on? Everything is on the opposite side. The priest walked down the same direction. He passed on the opposite side. Everyone can tell you what's wrong with you. Psychology. I know what's wrong with me. I don't need somebody else to tell me what's wrong. I need a solution. I was desiring Christ, but no one brought me Christ. Inside of an unbeliever, he desires Christ whether he knows it or not. That's why Christ is called the desire of the nation. The woman at the well, seeking many husbands, trying many things, was looking for Christ. The Lord left me out there 31 years, brothers. One day, in class, praise the Lord, a brother took a class and sat next to me. He never told me he was a brother. He never told me he was a Christian. Praise the Lord, he was from the church. You think that's an accident? I want to touch with you tonight, Christ, the desire of the nations. You know, when I used to get into trouble, I used to sing. You know what song I sang? Even those days, the Gentile songs had Christ in it. You have a guitar? I'll just share you the words. Okay, I'll just take this up. One song, every time I couldn't go to anyone, and by the Lord's mercy, even a Gentile song, I'll give you the words. I believe. I wanted God. But who was God? I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that somewhere in the darkest night, a candle glows. I believe for everyone who goes astray, someone will come to show the way. Who's this someone? I believe. I believe